Personal Story segment tonight. President Obama held a press conference this afternoon. Here's a highlight.
The incoming administration doesn't have to put out a huge number of fires. They may want to take the country in a significantly different direction. But they've got time to consider what exactly they want to achieve. And that's a testament to the tremendous work that my team's done over the last 8 years.
Joining us now from Washington, Charles Krauthammer. You think Trump's going to feel that way, that, hey, you know, the president's handing me off a pretty under control situation. I can take my time about doing what I want to do. I mean, that was what Marianne and Katie were just saying. Well, you know, I don't have to rush into the sanctuary cities. He can do all this congressional stuff, which, of course, will take years. I think Trump's going to go in there and shake it up pretty fast. What say you?
Well, I mean, Obama's saying I did such a good job.
Yeah.
The country's in such great shape. I'm sure they're going to make a few changes here and there. But if that's the case, how come his party, he and his party, got crushed? This is a man who said, I'm not on the ballot, but my legacy is. If you don't go out and support me, I will treat it as a personal insult. Well, he's just been delivered one of the biggest personal insults in the history of American politics, and he's pretending that everything is okay. It's not, and that's the reason his side lost. And it's larger. This is sort of overlooked. There were a lot of reasons. Trump's political instincts, of course, Hillary being the worst candidate we've seen in a generation. But I think what's been overlooked is the Obama legacy is really such a disaster that it was very easy for people to reject him. This is no different from 2010 and 2014, when Obama himself was at the top of the ticket in 08 and 12. He wins because he's a charismatic candidate, a great campaigner, and an attractive guy. But when he runs and he's not on the ticket, he's running on his policies in the midterms, and of course last week, his side has gotten shellacked each time.
Okay, at the beginning of the program, and I wanted to get your opinion on this, and the talking points, I said that one of the reasons that Trump won was that more than 60 million Americans did not feel included in the Obama administration's policies. And it's ironic because the protesters now are going, oh, we're afraid that we're not going to have inclusion anymore. And they don't even know that half the country wasn't included in the first place. Am I crazy?
No, I think look, everybody has their own, left and right have different definitions of inclusion. What happened was this huge constituency, the white working class in particular, the ones who delivered to him the 3 states, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, and Michigan, that put him over the top, traditionally Democratic, this white working class felt excluded. They felt that the Democrats are running a country with favoritism, affirmative action here, about political correctness there, sort of controlling speech, controlling favors, all for minorities, which you can argue is justified in some cases because of historical discrimination, etc. But nonetheless, the one constituency in the country that was being economically crushed and kind of socially demoted was the white working class, and that was the appeal of Trump. That's how he won. So in a sense, they were excluded in that sense.
That's right.
Not deliberately, but by default. Everybody else got promoted, and they were left behind.
It was delivered in some of the social issues like late-term abortion and things like that, and the Obamacare mandate that everybody had to follow what they wanted. That was the
and also in a very aggressive secularism that marginalized and squeezed and condescended to the religious folks,
mocked them,
who are also the ones. I mean, if you look at the one characteristic that divides Democrats from Republicans, it's church attendance. That's sort of the easiest way to divide them.
All right, I'm glad you agree with me finally on this exclusionary stuff, because I really felt that was an important memo. Thank you, Charles.
Look, over time, you will eventually stumble on the truth, and it just happened again this week.
Okay.